Hey there, once again I'm going to try to put my spin on a bracelet from friendshipbracelets.net. I don't know how this is going to go, but we'll give it a shot. Roll that intro. Hello and welcome, this is Kevin, also known as AKAAWOL, and today we're going to work on pattern 25305. And it's this one here. It looks like two braids running alongside of each other, which is pretty neat. Of course I'm going to gripe about something, right? If you look at it, they have green, orange, and blue on one side, and yellow, purple, and red on the other. I don't get it. You could have divided it between hot and cold colors, and if you're not familiar with what that means, it's red, orange, and yellow are hot colors, and the blue, purple, and green are cold colors, and it would make the whole design just stand out so much better. So I don't know what the artist was thinking, but I think it's kind of weird. This one seems like it's going to be a little tricky to get started, so bear with me. And I think we are going to have some fun. I don't think the way we flip it is going to work, so this might be a little bit longer. Let's move this up here, and we will anchor the layer. Okay. So the part that makes it weird is you only get one color. God. You only get one color coming in from the top, and then it goes from the other direction. So this side will be our hot colors. Right, so then let's back that up a bit. Let's start with how this orange is right here. So this orange goes oh no, it goes here. Okay. How this interacts with the middle does not make sense. Bear with me, I will figure this out. It's just going to take me a minute to see what's happening. So this is the one that's in the middle here. Ah, okay. So whatever colors are from the other side is going to come off of this. So this yellow goes this way. There we go. Now it's coming together. This yellow comes in this way. And this one orange comes from here. And this orange is from here. Okay, so getting the colors started is obviously the trickiest part of this whole pattern. And we're pretty much through that now. Now I just have to basically do the same thing for the other side, so bear with me. All right. I don't have a good purple? What? All right. So if this is here, it's the second one that comes down. Right? Second one that's in the center. The first is off to the side. Then purple, let's do a blue. And green. Actually landed on a pretty decent one. All right. Purple's going to come through here. Do that. The green is going to come over here. That seems long. Why is that long? Purple, blue, green. 333. Why does this have a fourth? It shouldn't. There's something. Oh, because the yellow is supposed to go here. Ah, there we go. So now it's going to be a matter of getting this to continue doing what it's doing until we reach the middle. So as you can see, it takes a bit to get this thing going, but once you have it, it should be kind of easy. It's just a matter of figuring out what happens here in the middle of all of this. And it appears that it alternates between which side gets which things. So that's kind of neat. Now, just changing the colors alone will have changed the way this whole bracelet feels in the first place. Having the hot colors on one side and the cold colors on the other will definitely make this thing a whole new thing. But that's not enough. I want to change more. So we are going to try and make this do something really fun in the middle. My idea is let the colors swap sides, so that way we end up with a bracelet that changes a whole bunch. But only in the middle. So you can see we're just kind of following these colors on down. Once the pattern is kind of established, it's not hard to map it out. And I suspect once you get it started, actually tying the knots won't be all that hard either. So yeah, and who gets the middle, the way that alternates, that's kind of neat. And see, I can know where it stops because I know that there's two that are coming in over here. So that's sort of an easy way of seeing what's happening. And then I can just follow the trail of the colors coming down to know which comes in where. So yeah. Yeah, this is a pretty neat pattern. I have to admit, this is pretty cool. I've done some braided ones before, but actually having something that looks like it's two braids coming down, I have to say that's pretty cool. All right, so this one had the blue, so then this will go this way. Let's see how close are. Well, we still have a ways. Wondering how close we are to the actually getting to the center of this thing. And I'm not sure how many rows it'll take to actually flip the colors to the other sides. I suspect it's 6, based on the 6 strands on either given side of this thing. So this pattern, I think, honestly works best as a rainbow. I think if you tried to do in fades of colors, the pattern itself will kind of get lost. It won't make as much sense. But doing hot and cold colors, I think definitely will make this thing come alive and be really fun. And you can see we just alternate back and forth between the center one there. They come in these little blocks where there's 6 knots together. It's just getting this one started, and I kind of knew that. Like, even just regular ones that just mimic a braid are inherently difficult. It's just part of what they are. And this one adds an extra layer of having extra colors doing stuff. So yeah. Okay, so now we're getting closer. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're going to go a little closer still. All right. because we want the crossover. We want this to be kind of symmetrical if we can. I know we're getting close to the mark, but I don't know where it is. I think it's going to be... I think it's going to be right here. Now the question is, will these line up? No, it doesn't. If I bring the purple straight across, there's a gap here. That was the plan, was to try to get them to change sides. But there is a gap. I can't do it. Let's see. Missing of purples up here. So that's interesting. I was thinking that these two colors were going to be able to cross over evenly, but the problem is they don't align right. They're off each time by one strand, and I'm not sure I have a method for compensating with that. So that's an interesting. That is interesting. Okay, give me a second here. Let's see if there's anything else fun that we can do to alter this pattern besides just its colors. I mean, by right, we can flip the way this thing. Yeah, wherever you have the colors going into the center, if you flip it, it would flip. That might be interesting. But yeah, an unexpected change in this as far as what I thought would be possible. Because if you just took, if this was just like regular ropes doing a braid, you could, you know, change up somewhere down the line and that would just work. But this one doesn't because of the way that they run parallel. And that there's like a 1 knot difference in between each of these. And that's what allows it to kind of bend and stuff the way it does. Alright, almost done with filling in. I am going to just try flipping it just for the sake of just seeing what that looks like. I don't think that will be the actual pattern that I would go with, but I want to see. Totally curious. So I filled in all the little pieces. Let's grab the tool and let's see if this even works. Control C, Control V, flip vertical. Anchor the layer. Image, duplicate. So we're going to put this over to the side. So there's what it looks like if we actually flip it. So it makes a big weird yellow over here, a little orange or a little red dot, and it goes back the other way. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. So this brings us back to the normal. Would I do this with a flip? No. I really would have liked it if I was able to cross the colors from one side to the other side. And I'm not sure that there's a way of actually altering this pattern to make that happen. I'll probably play around with it later on. If I come up with something, I'll add it to the web page that this goes to see what it is. But I will finish making out this pattern here all the way down because it does not change. And welcome back for a little bonus material. So I couldn't make the other pattern actually line up with the other colors and stuff. So what I did here was I started with the red. You know, I always start with red, right? And then all I did was I just ran all the underlying colors first. So I went red, orange, and then I went yellow below. So this square, like starting at the very center, was the thing. And then I did the blue, green, and purple separately. And at first, it wasn't the middle wasn't making sense because I couldn't get this 3 thing going on. It just wasn't happening. And it suddenly dawned on me at some point that what I was trying to do was essentially get the colors to weave and then go back into the braid. And once I figured that part out, this all started to come together. Mind you, the other pattern, the way it was laid out, it was never going to work. But since I started out with all the underlying colors and made so it was the red here, I went to orange on top, I went to yellow this way. I put the blue coming right through the middle with green below and the purple above and got them to switch sides. Once that was all in place, once they were on their given sides, I started to get them to go back into the braided things. So this is what we have. This is, when you really zoom out, you can see the colors a little bit better, but you have the cold colors on the left at the top here, and then the cold colors on the right in the bottom. And yeah, this totally works for a bracelet. I kind of regret not running like the recording the whole time of doing it, because when the aha moment came, It was like, oh wait, I think I got, and it all just started to fall into place pretty much right after that. But this pattern will be available on my website as well. I think it's going to be a really cool one. I think this is the one that I'm going to make. And again, I think it really works well with the rainbow color. So again, thanks for watching, especially watching in this long. It was a little bit unexpected. Oops. Yeah, I really like how this came out. So thanks again. And yeah, don't get your strings in a bunch.